everyone, Husky Ninja here with a new video for you guys. And that is, I have been to UK GAMES EXPO. Now, I know in my video I had pre-recorded before I went. I said it was going to be my Mario Horror cosplay. But I then decided to go in my Yang cosplay. That being because of the amount of games Ruby has had, both standalone and also from crossovers and skins. Because there were Ruby board games, there's the Ruby video games, Ruby app, cross tag team battle where they're in DLC. Well, some of the members of Team Ruby are free DLC, but you have to pay for Neapolitan. And of course, we can't forget skins in so many games. And most importantly, for those of you who are familiar here to my channel, a White Shores set. Both a base set and a premium set. So it made a whole lot of sense to wear Yang. Plus, where Yang's Volume 1 to 3 outfit is very Tifa from Final Fantasy VII inspired. So it made loads of sense, and I met so many people there. One of them even said, seeing my cosplay reminded them of the old RTX conventions. So, without further ado, we will start with some of the video I took. We're gonna start with the first little bit of video I was able to take. And as you can see, it's a lot of like 3D printed stuff. Some cool independent games. This was like really early on in the morning. So like after we had gotten our tickets and the hall had opened, I took this while it was still relatively quiet. It was really cool to see because you had like sellers around the outside of where you had like demos for board games, both from brand names and independent places, independent sellers more in the middle. And all these t-shirts you see here, they are all Warhammer. They're the different Warhammer like faction things, but as like hockey jerseys, which were really cool to see. And I will, if I remember correctly, I did try to do a close-up video of some. There's just like really cool merch for all sorts of games, gaming accessories. As you can see here, I did actually do a close-up. There's like Ultramarines. It's just like really cool seeing like the different things for Warhammer as something that you wouldn't typically see for Warhammer merch. There's loads of like dice stalls for dice towers, dice, all your D&D dice needs, like these cool like mimic boxes. They're really cool to see because they had like dragon eyes. And it's just like really neat seeing all the different things all around. Well, it's like halls 1 to 5 of the NEC. It's just all sorts of gaming. This was just like the first alley, and it was just like really full. There's loads of single stalls as well for like TCG stuff. There was like a few stalls that were like 3D printed in this section, but not too many. This was a little bit before lunch I recorded this one, and it is of basically going past the League of Legends TCG stall, which is like a double wide, to the single wide one that Bushi had. Yes, they were running demos for like all their TCGs, but it's just the fact it was such a small section of a really like long section, because it's just in hall 4, and it's the fact it was squashed between 2 big stalls, so it's easy to walk past and miss them. So I hope next time they have a stall as big as what the League of Legends booth did, where here they only had like 1 and a bit tables to do demos, where League of Legends they had like 5 tables. So I hope next time Bushi will be at UK GAMES EXPO in Birmingham that they get themselves a bigger booth, because it did feel like they were squeezed in last minute just by the size of the booth being so small and easy to miss. Like, if you didn't know Bushi were there, you would have just walked past and not know they were there. Okay, this section was, I think it was like Hall 3 or 3A. But this was like the bit that had most of like clothes and accessories, independent stalls. It also had people having like painting sessions of like, hey, do you want to have a go paint some minis? Here's where you can come do that. As well as, hey, do you want to have a go at our new game that we're just introducing? It's a good way to try out some new stuff. Yes, there was a body pillow stall, which looked really out of place amongst all the gaming stuff. But it's just like really cool to see everything. Here's a bit more video. It's just like your typical like Comic-Con stall here in the UK where you get like some weapon props. But not a lot of people went to it as there's just like too much gaming goodiness happening around it. And there's like a really cool shirt I saw where normally you see like the saying like live, laugh, love. It was like live, laugh, raid the bodies, and it was on a t-shirt. And I was just like, that's murder, hobo, game file energy. Well, as you can see behind me, we have an image of one of the many statues I saw for like different stalls around there. And this one was just like the coolest looking thing. It's like a really good way to advertise some of their minis they're selling. But it's also really cool just to see like all the detail work on this thing. It was that big. And it was also like easy to know like, oh, we've been in this row. Or, oh, we've been in this alley. But it was just like really cool to see so many different ways people were advertising their games. Both like card games, TCGs, board games, other card games. We also had, saw walk around where Waterstones, which is a bookstore here in the UK, the equivalent is basically Barnes & Noble in the States. But Waterstones, they had a stall, and it wasn't any of their books. No. It was their D&D books and all their board games. That was all they were selling at this one Waterstones stall. That was like the other end of the alley that this amazing statue was on. So you had this amazing statue on like one end, the other end you had Waterstones. It was just like really cool. So I had a lot of fun there. Saw some amazing people, saw loads of games. It's a shame though to see that Bushi had such a small, like, micro booth that's basically like an artist table size slot right next to the League of Legends TCG, so it was easy to miss them. But hopefully next time they get a bigger section for Bushi with some more tables to cover more demos and the like. So the big question is, will I go again to UK GAMES EXPO? And the answer is 100% yes, I will consider it. But it all depends if other events clash with it in the new year. So without further ado, please don't forget to like and subscribe. Hit the bell notifications so you know whenever I upload. Make sure restriction mode is off, because otherwise YouTube will hide videos from you guys, and we can't be having that. And while you're there, please don't forget to check out the rest of the videos here on my channel. Until next time!